I can't get on this.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, Rain Rain?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Just sitting on my porch, taking in this cool weather, man. I haven't put AC in my house yet, so
Oh, really?
yeah. So at night it's colder outside than it is inside, and then in the morning it's cooler inside and hot outside, man. So I gotta figure it out, man. I gotta do a
Gotta
better
open your
job.
top windows, man.
Yeah, is
When
that
you
what
up
it
top,
is? Open
the
them
top
top
windows,
windows.
you gotta open your top windows. Top
Yeah,
windows let the hot air the
heat
hot air out.
heat rises, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Science 101.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right.
know what
Gotta let
I'm
the
saying?
windows, man. We got like we got these fans we put in the bedroom windows, man. And let me tell you, Chloe, her room, it gets the coldest every year. And I can't understand, like, does her room have better insulation than ours or what? But it don't matter like what window fan we put in there, man. Her room get ice cold, man. Than ours, we
What
still
about
in there
does she have
sweating.
a does she have a tree? Does she have a tree that's shaded her area? Is there a tree around her
No,
under the
but you know
crib?
what she got though? She has the back porch.
Okay.
And that
So
might have something to do with it. But yeah, there's no sun in her. There's no sun that hit her side, and then where our room is. I mean, there's trees, but it ain't it don't get that sunny in there. But her room, man, be cold, man. And my son room, his room, I would say is probably the hottest. But he also got the bay windows in his room.
oh yeah, it's a bay window.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he letting
those
all that
windows,
in.
man, there's a lot of heat.
Yeah, he letting all that in, man. He don't care though. That boy will sleep, man, with two covers on in the summertime.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Now
man.
my
Mm-mm.
now my son, man, my son too bougie for that, man.
Yeah,
My son, as soon as he get hot, he
yeah,
can't be hot and he can't be cold, bro.
yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
He's like in between. You got to keep it cool. When I take him to Africa,
Yeah,
man, I had to make sure we have AC for this little dude, and you know, if the room is hot for him, bro, he will never
yeah,
sleep in there, bro.
man. See, we gotta do all the catering, man, to the kids, right, man? We trying to,
All the catering to the kids.
we want to make sure they have a good experience, man. But then I think about when we were coming up. I mean, you and I growing up was very starkly different.
Yeah,
Because of I grew up in the suburbs. As a lot of people know that's been watching this, and you grew up in the country in
I go up in
Jamaica.
the country, the island boy.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that life, man. Hey, were
Beautiful
y'all were
thing,
y'all doing barbecues in the ground?
huh?
Were y'all doing barbecues in the ground?
Nah, we don't
No,
really do barbecues like people do
no.
barbecues up here. Nah, we don't do that. We our barbecue is just straight cooking some meals, bro.
Okay, you
Straight
got the,
meals that
the
we
fire in
cooking.
the pot and whatever, and
Yeah,
just kind of.
well we bake. We
Oh,
have
okay.
especially the Christmas time. We bake cake. Y'all have that Caribbean cake, that rum cake.
Yeah,
That's a big
that's
thing, and we
good.
drink sorrel. I know I introduced you guys to sorrel and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So it's not like we have a Fourth of July and then we just have a big cookout.
yeah. That don't mean nothing to y'all. Yeah, that don't mean nothing
No,
to y'all.
not at all.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
now people is doing more of that now because I think the younger generation now is open up to a lot of different things.
mm-hmm,
When it comes to like celebrating one's
mm-hmm.
success or something, it's different now. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
see a lot of that too, man. I see a lot of that. Just people finding reasons to get out and celebrate. I tell you, man, one thing that was golden for me, at least when I was in college, man, you introduced us to a lot of like cultural things that I knew nothing about. Like you talking about the sorrel, you talking about the like even porridge. Like the thought of that, I was like, eat porridge, man. Who eats that? Like that's for poor people. I think I said something ignorant like that back then. Until I ate it, and I was like, "Oh shoot, that's all right." You know, so yeah, I mean, we can't judge the book by its cover, man. But you know, it happens a lot, man. When you're young or you haven't been, and not even that, or you just haven't been exposed. Oh, I see you got that laptop working. You got that laptop working. I can't hear you yet. For everybody that's just joining us, this is Bro Talk. We have Mark, aka Brew, and myself
Yeah.
here. Isaac had a work conflict, so he's not here today. And my dean just popped on at 8:22 p.m. Look like he just getting home from work.
Yeah, man. I
I
just
love.
to get on my life.
What's good, bro? Can you hear us?
I don't know what's going on. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah, my audio. Let me play with this audio a little bit.
Bro, we can hear you too. What's going on, man? I don't know, bro, man. I think you was all right on the phone. Can you hear me?
Okay, that's better. Now I can hear y'all.
Yeah, you can hear us now. Yeah,
Yeah,
what's going on, man?
you was texting me talking bad about me, and I told you
I definitely was.
I had the man of God. I was on this podcast earlier. You know what I mean, this evening as well. But we here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, last week
Yeah, I was
you talk.
talking.
See
Yeah,
how
I
they
was
talk bad
talking
about you?
greasy.
Yeah. He talk bad about you, and I already
Hey man.
told.
Hey man, listen. At least we don't talk bad about each other behind each other's back. We're gonna do it
No,
straightforward.
that ain't the Ro Alpha way. Ro Alpha gonna tell you exactly
That's
how
what
we
I'm saying.
feel to your face.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's the good thing. You know, we don't. You know. Yeah, man. I was like, man, what happened? But yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot. So that's my bad.
Yes,
So
sir. No, it's all
I'll
is well,
take
man.
ownership for
Listen,
that.
man, while I'm on here, while I got a moment, man, let me shout out, man, again, man of God, my brother, my friend. I'm at his house now. Again, Minister Craig Haygood, the beautiful Haygood family. They have, they also do a podcast. It's called What God Is Joined. Monday night 6:30. So you know what I mean. If you can catch them, you know what I mean. Please catch them. Again, we just had a high time in the Lord. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it was a good time. Yeah, man. We just talked about, hubby hood and just, you know what I mean. Just the strong man. You know what I mean. And it was just, man, just again, just had a high time in God.
Hey, so we're gonna save the podcast. We don't want to give it away. We want people to go and support your brother in the
Yes,
faith,
sir.
Craig Haywood. Man, shout out. I don't know if I
Hey,
know him or
good.
not. Hey, good. I
Yes,
don't know
sir.
if I know him or not, but God bless you, brother. Man, we're gonna check you out. B, we're gonna check you out. We know
You
you.
got me?
Yeah. We hear you now. We know you was on there spitting fire, so we're gonna check you out. Spitting hot fire. Is that how you say it, bro? I don't got my patois correct.
Yo, since we
Spitting
got
hot
Brew on,
fire.
man, let me do this, man. So, Brew, man, shout out to your brethren, man, Buster, man. Listen, he got the lifetime achievement. He was like the lifetime achievement award winner last night. I didn't catch all of it. You know what
Oh,
I
I heard
mean?
about that.
But I went and watched this speech and just how he talked about, he got emotional. He said, man, I'm gonna get emotional on here, and what I loved about that is, like, again, and we touched on it tonight, and again, not even knowing I was gonna kind of go here, but just because it's on me now. The idea that it's okay for men to be vulnerable. You know what I mean? Like, he got up there and you could tell he was trying to hold off tears, and he just said, man, you know what? I'm gonna go and say it. I want to cry and I'm gonna cry because let's go, Hurley Bird. Yeah, so yeah, man, he talked some real. He talked his speech was really powerful and impactful in terms of just bridging the generations and the demographics. And yeah, yeah, we know the hip hop community has some issues, but he was talking about let's bring it together, and he talked about it from the standpoint of the origin of hip hop was to bring a message to the community.
That was the origin.
And he said that's why they want to keep us divided, because they don't want us to bring that message to the community. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, Busta, man. What was the original group name Busta was with before he went?
Leaders of the New School. And he touched on that.
School. Did he? Yeah, man, that was
leading the new school.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, I mean, to me, man, that's what hip hop was about. But I'm gonna tell you, there's another movement that's happening right now where hip hop is uniting, man, and it started off as the Christian hip hop movement, and now, I mean, I wouldn't call it Christian hip hop at this point, but I would call it more of like positive hip hop, where a lot of those artists, man, like Bizzle and all them guys,
conscious hip hop,
conscious hip hop, yeah.
So yeah, I agree, man. It's you know, yeah, just we just got to stay vigilant, man, and be, you know, kind of be aware and be abreast of what is out there, what's being said, and what we need to know, because you know it's man, it's a lot going on. You know what I mean?
Oh man, we're don't do that.
Yeah, so it's definitely important. We gotta stay mindful of what's going on in and around us and around our community, because again, everywhere you turn, you know what I mean. We were talking about we were discussing the link that I shared earlier, where the 14-year-old boy who was protecting and defending his mother was arrested for murder. Now, so update. Those charges were dropped today. And maybe it was earlier in the day, but I saw the article today and got a chance to take a peek at it where those charges were dropped. You know what I mean? And I'm not celebrating the loss of any life anywhere, anytime. But you know what I mean? You know, this young man saw his mother in harm's way, and you know, as a 14-year-old, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know how much success he would have had going, you know, matching up man to man with the man. So you know what I mean. He did the best thing he knew how to do it. You know what I mean. But I will say this, man. Shame on any man that's out there putting their hands on a woman. You know what I mean.
That's
like
number one, right?
You know, yeah. Shame on a man that's you know. And I ain't saying it's okay for a woman to put her hands on a man either. But again, in the video that I saw, this man, you know, he swung on her.
I didn't see that part of the video, bro. Like, that's when I had sent you that message earlier.
Yeah,
I wanted to see more of the video because it just cut off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, only thing I saw was her getting out the car, going inside, talking with some dude in the front. Then next thing you know, it cut to the young man, and like he was wrestling to get the joint out.
Yeah, no, there was an argument that ensued in the restaurant, and
okay,
and I mean, and next thing you know, I mean, he swung on her and collected.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was, you know what I mean. So again, I just feel like, you know, as a community, let's rally around, you know, each other. Let's be a community. Let's, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't even know why somebody think that would be like okay, but I mean, something similar like that happened with somebody I know, man, just off of a simple road rage, man. It resulted in a fight and people got hurt, and I'm like, all this over because somebody hit the back of your car?
Listen,
why?
Man, I know that testimony. You know what I mean? I know that testimony.
And plus, and, you know, a lot of time, I mean, in this case, there was a video, but like, you know, because we not there, we don't know everything that was said. You know what I'm saying? But the matter of the fact is, B, you said it right. As African American people, man, if we're gonna fight against institutional racism and all this other stuff, man, we can't be fighting each other. Like that, to me, that's like number one. At least, I mean, we could be upset, we could have disagreements, man, but doing stuff like that is just not. That's not even part of our culture.
Dr. King said we have to learn how to disagree without being violently disagreeable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? We you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
we have to understand, you know, and find ways to resolve, you know what I mean, you
I mean,
know,
or walk
conflict.
away. Or walk
Yeah.
away, right? I mean, yo, like walk away, man. I mean, there's been several instances, man. I'm like, I can literally in my mind go through like the next 5 years just off of something like potentially that can go the wrong way. Like if I do this, all these things now become at jeopardy.
Yeah, and it, you know, and when you think about what you've invested in your life and spent, you know, um, you understand, you like, man, what's it gonna cost me? You know what I mean?
Well, if it
What
don't cost you nothing, right? Like it sounds like for others, it might not cost them nothing. That might just be like, man, whatever. I mean, people might think their life is over anyway. I've heard that too. People say,
I,
yo,
which is why we got work to do.
yeah,
We have to convince and show, you know, the value in every one of us. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's not about a degree, it's not about a job, it's not about a title, it's, you know what I mean? And I'm not dismissing any of those things. I'm saying, you know, as a person born, you have value.
yeah. And I think that goes, bro. I know you with us.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Just want to make sure, man, you can weigh in. I think, man, this goes back to man, our belief system, though, man. I think we've gotten so crowded, man, with all of these things, man, that I just put it right out there, man. There was a point to where I was just talking to somebody about like church, right? There was a time in where at least somebody in your house went to church, somebody knew Jesus, right? And there was at least like even if you was out in the world just doing crazy stuff, doing whatever you wanted to do, man, there was at least like a level of respect that was had, right? Like you knew, like, man, if all right, if I walk by the church, man, I ain't gonna be smoking, drinking, right? I'm not gonna be hanging out on the steps. Like I'm not gonna if I'm at a funeral, I'm not gonna be in there cursing. You know what I'm saying? Like in the past couple of years, man, I've been to certain things. I'm sitting back like this, like, yo, this is where we at now.
Listen,
Like this is where we at now, man. And I'm not listen. And I know that the people of God. I mean, listen, we not perfect, which is why we need a savior. But I'm like, come
I
on, man.
remember
Got to be
I
some
remember,
level, man, of
you know,
respect.
growing up, we we weren't gonna have like, and we were scared to curse. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody, but I know I was like, man,
Not everybody.
if somebody hear me cuss and they get back to Wallace,
Yeah. Oh, it's a dub.
yeah, I didn't want to have to see that man. So, but
And you was gonna have to see him. That's the
yeah,
thing.
oh
Man.
yeah,
Well, but see, what you just said is so important, right? Who? If word got back to who that you
my
was
dad,
doing something,
yeah, you know what I mean?
and that right there is where. And there was a video that I just saw that came out that talked about like how literally the black family, man, has been attacked for years, man. This didn't just start. This started decades ago, to where
Absolutely,
the
absolutely,
black family, man, was being dismantled bit by bit. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that when there's a father and a mother in the home, that son has more of a chance of being successful. That daughter has more of a chance of being successful. There's financial stability that's there. Um, there's love and there's all these other things, man, that is more apt to happen than having a single parent that's in the
I mean,
home.
and
That's
even the things that, like, you know, the subconscious conditioning in the sense of like, so when you learn how to court or date, it should be a reflection of what you see in the household, right? You know
yeah.
what I mean? So kind of, again, like I said, you know, uh, certain conversation we wouldn't have walking past the church because, again, we had that kind of reverence and respect for the house of God. You know what I mean? But yeah, you learn how to date, court. You know what I mean? How to, you know, interact and relate to. You know what I mean? And you know, all those little kind of unconscious things by
Yeah.
seeing that example. You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
whatever that example is, good or bad, you're gonna pick up those things unconsciously, or you know what I mean, or conscious, or at a point it'll become consciously, right?
Yeah.
But you're gonna pick them up either way. So it's so important for us to.
Let's talk about that
Follow
courting and dating. Let's talk about that courting and dating, man. I think you touched on something right there, man. That's pivotal, right? So, how do sons learn how to court and date these days? How do you know what I'm saying? Like, how do daughters learn? You know what I mean? What it means to have like somebody, court them. Now, I understand that society is different now, and the ways that we're talking now are considered old ways or old school, but I talk to people now, man. I'm not gonna say that they're entirely like some of them still want that someone to court them and to date and to be treated a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk a little bit about that a little bit more, man. Like, even with your son, see, like, how do you?
Hey, can I say something before y'all jump into that, man?
Go ahead, bro.
First, I want to go back a little bit. I want to go back before we touch this topic. One of the things that I brought up a couple weeks ago was that it takes a village to raise a lot of our kids, and raising our kids is different. How we raise them.
Mm-hmm.
There's no more village raising our kids, and single. We have a lot of single mothers out there, and we have single fathers as well too. So let's not get it twisted, right? But more of single mothers, and I know Kareem and I was talking about something earlier about, a lot of single mothers out there, but it's a reason why some mothers is also single as well too, because there's a lot of little things that happen. I know Kareem had made a statement about what statement we was just talking. It's not a statement. I think he overheard something.
Yeah,
Um,
about
um,
how about trapping baby daddies, and somebody was just overheard them giving a tutorial on how to do that. That
right.
was totally new to me, bro. I was like,
And I
oh,
wanted to tie that into what before we move on.
okay,
You know, there's a lot of single mothers out there, legit single mothers, because the fathers, they're not up to par, right?
mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
also, there's a lot of fathers out there that wants to be in their kids' lives,
Mm-hmm.
but the mothers stop them from being in their lives because of how toxic they are. You know what I'm saying? So there are
Yeah,
a lot of toxic women out there, plain and simple.
yeah,
Um, and they will try to drain every cent out your pocket. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what your rights are, or certain things, because I know that, and some of those things, for me, I went through a battle for my son. I was in a room full of like 80 women. I'm only two men in the room. You know what I'm saying? I have to go at them in that room like, listen, this is y'all. This is the reason why y'all here. You know what I'm saying? What's the reason why I'm here? I'm fighting for my son. You know what I'm saying? They look at me like, well, you just won 1%. No, I said, no, I'm not 1%. I'm
nah,
just the
you a lot of
1% that's
percent.
smart. You know what I'm saying? If you want to
Yeah,
say that, I'm not gonna let y'all get y'all way. No, I'm not gonna let y'all get y'all way. I have my rights. I know what my rights is as a father, right? Because it takes two to have a kid,
that's right.
and then just take one. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, as women, y'all have y'all rights too, and as women, y'all know that a father is important. Being in the especially in their daughter's life and in their son's life. If you look at it, when we talk about, we're gonna pivot about how do we teach people to date, and all that situation. It's all start from the home, man. The way I treat my son around women, that's the way he's gonna see. You understand what I'm saying? That, in my opinion, right? The way Balo got two boys. The way Balo treat his wife around them, that's what they will see. You know what I'm saying? So I think that they had a good base. Their foundation is solid. You know what I'm saying? When they see that now, Kareem, they will go further. I know I jump from one to the other, but Everything just flow. It just flows.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying?
What I'm
So
hearing you saying is that you got.
that's all I want to say, man. I just want to make a couple points, man.
Yeah, what I hear you saying, bro, is that we got to start at the beginning. We got to start at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you hear me?
My volume is low, bro. I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
No, I was just saying that what I heard you say is that we got to start from the beginning.
Yeah. With our young people, man, and it's I feel bad that a lot of teachers is going, they getting certain things, and then this COVID. I don't want to blame it on COVID. I think some of these rules they have in the schools. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask me. I'm the wrong person for y'all to ask about school and kids in school. I was raised in the Caribbean, man. So I'm the wrong person for y'all to ask about that. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
Y'all still getting hit with rulers?
I used to get my tore up, man. You know what I'm saying? I respect my teacher. You walk in the classroom and be like, pants off your what? And you're saying what to a teacher?
Yeah.
Bro. It's one way, bro. It's one way. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just like, and that's why I got out of the teaching, man. I love working with young people, but I cannot be in a classroom with these little girls rolling their eyes with them eyelashes looking like an elbow on their eyelids, bro. You understand what I'm saying? There's no way you in the 8th grade, you come in my class with some stuff like this on your eye. You know what I'm saying? For what? What?
Well, we got.
And then you're gonna say something to me in a disrespectful manner, and knowing how I am, I'm gonna get at them eyebrows that you got on, them eyelashes that you got on. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm petty.
Yeah.
Then everybody laughing at you in the class because you look like Chia Pet or something like that, right? Yeah. Because I know I can't touch you, you know, and I'm not supposed to do what I'm doing, but I just know I can't get me in the classroom, bro. Can't get me in there, man. And I love it. I love it, man. I love to educate young people, but with the way the time is set up now, bro, everybody want a lawsuit. Everybody want to sue everybody, man. So everybody's just teachers. Teachers are not teachers anymore. Teachers are babysitters.
I mean, let's be honest, right? The majority of teachers, at least, I can only speak for Rochester, but if I look in the Rochester City School District, man, you know, majority of those teachers are a significant number of the teachers are white, you know, European American women. So when you have schools that are full of African American, Latino, you know, minority groups in there, man, it's gonna be kind of hard to make that connection. Now, the connection can be made, you know, with the person if you know if there's a relationship that is there, but we also know too, though, that man, it's a different like tone of voice when we're in the classroom. We know how to meet you where you at, right? So, like you said, if somebody says something to you, man, you know, particularly, you know, you're not gonna be like cowering or like, you know, oh my God, I can't believe you said that to me. You're gonna be like, yo, say that again, you know, because we understand that the interaction. Like we gotta meet you where you at. It's kind of like, you know, our parents, man, when we do something wrong, man, they meet us where we at, and then they correct it. You know what I'm saying? And I think because they don't have that power like they used to. Like you said in the Caribbean, can you imagine something in the Caribbean happen here in the United States? Nah, that ain't gonna happen, bro. That is not gonna happen.
It's not even happening in the Caribbean like that no more, bro.
It's changed too?
Yeah, big time. Yes. Wow. Yeah, bro. Some schools, man, you know, you got some principal out there have it locked down. You know what I'm saying? They still get down for the crown. You know what I'm saying? But then some other schools, bro, like right now in Jamaica, you can't really do what they used to do back in the day no more. You know what I'm saying? So they adopt this American principles, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these schools, man, a lot of these kids is not going to school to learn no more, man. There's no fear of my teacher. I used to have a teacher named Miss bRho, man. Everybody hates his teacher. She is my favorite teacher, bro. Ask me why. Everybody asks me, like, I don't know why you like her.
Yeah.
Because, bro, man, that lady put the fear in you, man. She just by her driving past you and just look at you. You know what I'm saying? You try to beat, bro. I used to cut through the bushes just to beat her to go to school, bro. I mean, running like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Bro was always running, man. We say, yo, we cannot catch her, and she'll see us doing something on the roadside, and we're not supposed to be doing it, and we just get tortured, bro. Me and my little crew, we'll get tortured. You know what I'm saying? Not tortured like that. You know what I'm saying? But we get the belt, bro. Open your hands, up,
Yeah.
up. You know what I'm saying? And she was a swinger, man. She like me and B, man. We home runs, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yo, she was nice there. She was nice with the belt, man. And it's them thick leather belt. You know what I'm saying? When she grip that bad boy, she open your hand, and then you get your hand, you get it all the way up your hand, bro. I'm telling you.
Gosh.
What?
Yeah, she had practice. So she was a pro.
But man, that lady was amazing. She was amazing, man. And we don't have teachers like that no more, man. We don't have those teachers. We have teachers that care, but we have teachers is more of like they friends with their students, man. Yeah. And it's okay to be friends with your students.
They gotta be now. But that's probably what they gotta do now, not to get in trouble.
But I think it's also, back to Bruce's point about the village, right?
Yeah.
In order to have the village, in order to do that, you gotta have the village and the support of the village, because
there you go.
The village trust that that teacher ain't trying to hurt you. That teacher is instilling discipline and making sure that you have a respect that you're gonna need to get through this life.
So how do you become a member of the village? So I hear a lot about the village this, the village that. Here's my question: how do you even become a part of the village? Right? That's my question.
I think it takes people mature enough to understand that there is a village necessary. So you start there, and then once someone understands, the essence of the village, right? Then you start introducing or kind of identifying the traits and characteristics and qualities in someone that you like. Okay, you can be part of my children's village. You part of my village, and oftentimes it's people within your circumference already. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you identify those commonalities that you have, and you say, listen, in your care, I trust that you're not doing nothing my child to hurt him. You're doing what you know and what you believe is ultimately best for my child, because this true story. So my son's godmother that passed away, she was such an amazing, phenomenal woman. A major reason we said you and your husband, we would like to be godparents, is because their children, how we saw them raising their children, the qualities we saw them instilling in their children. Man, I trust, based upon how I watch you parent your child, that when my child is in your care, you're going to make sure my child gets the information, gets the instruction, the correction, everything my baby needs. And I mean, we hit a home run. I mean, that woman loved my baby. I mean, she loved his socks off. And that's why my baby miss his godmom to this day. Because she was that impactful to him.
So let's talk about and I know who she was, man, and her daughters, a couple of them were actually in my program. So phenomenal. I'm proving your point, man. Very respectful. They said hi when they saw me, and I didn't even know the connection at that time. I just knew them. I think one of them went on a college tour with me. So yeah, man, like the foundation was definitely there, man. It was like 4 or 5 of them. I know, like
yeah.
2
sets of twins.
That's
it. Sets of twins.
That's it. Yep. And I could never get them right. I call one other one anyway, but but nah, man. To your point, so So as we start to wrap this conversation up, man, with the village, I think I want to help some of the people that's listening, or even gather some input. So if you're listening right now, and you have some thoughts about what does it mean to have a village, what does that look like, how do you get involved with that, how do you create one? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. But between the both of you, if let's say right now you're recreating your village, each of us have a village, right? The three of us are a village. But let's just say, for the sake of conversation, that we're building the village, man. So tell me, like, what does that look like? How am I going to build that village?
I would say identify the things that are important to you and your child, and that, you know what I mean. And when you identify those things, you're not only able to identify them, or you're not just quantifying them for the sake of just quantifying them. You're quantifying them because when you quantify them, you are able to assess someone else in terms of what you quantify. Like, I want people around my family, my children, who know God. You know what I mean? That matters to me. Like, you can't be in my intimate space, you know what I'm saying, and around my family and my children, and you don't have no God factor on you. You know what I mean? That's you know what I mean. So things like that. So it's important to quantify those things, so that way you can. So now I can identify. Okay, this person got it. This person got it. This person don't got it. You know what I mean? And you know, so when you quantify the characteristics, the traits, and the qualities that you want around your family and around your people, you're able to then, you know, then say, okay, here's how I'm gonna, you know, I've got a baseline understanding of the people around me and the qualities that I want around my family. So now I'm bridging the two based upon that.
So let's break it down a little bit more. So you're saying that you need somebody. Okay, so is it safe to say you have like your church family? That's one part of the village. Then you have that. Well, before that, you got your family, right? You got your mom, your sister, right, and your brothers and whatnot. Then you have your church family. Then you have the fraternity. Then you have, and then all those things encompass the qualities that you're looking for.
Absolutely. Because
can I say something about that though before you talk, B?
Yes, sir.
Although we say we have family and we have fraternity brothers and we have church family, all of them may not fit our village standard.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm talking about blood family as well. Blood family as well, because we have blood family that do something that I can't say those words on this live, right? So we can't have those because they blood family. All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be a part of my village. No, because I'm not comfortable leaving you around my daughter or my son.
That's real talk.
You understand what I'm saying? So with those minds, it's not everybody because we're blood. No, you create your village, man. Like on your block, you invite people to your space, certain parts of your space, right? You have a new person that come into to your community. You go invite, you go welcome them in. If it's, you know, B bakes. Hey Brandy, you know, I think the grants over there just came back. They just a new move in. Could you bake cakes, maybe, so we could go over and just deliver it to them? Let them know who we are. You know what I'm saying? They may be welcoming, they may not. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We have people who come from different forms and different shades of people, and I don't care if they're black, white, or brown. Me personally, speaking for me, you understand what I'm saying? Because my high school coach is Jewish. Now, he look like the Italian, and he is my father figure right now. I could call. He paid for my college. He pays for my college for me to take the SATs to go to college. Right at that time, he wasn't supposed to because he was my coach, but he did. You know what I'm saying? And up to this day, I could call him, and he'll be there for me. If I say, Coach, I'm broke, I need $50, he's gonna send it to me. You know what I'm saying? Just you know, I call him Dad. You know what I'm saying? He's a Jewish guy. You know what I'm saying? I go to his house, I sleep at his house. I go work out there. I go do whatever. He gave me so many things to take to Africa because he coaches soccer now. You know, he's been a teacher for years, almost 30-something years. You know what I'm saying? I know his family, his daughters, like my two little sisters. You know what I'm saying? So I have that relationship. Me personally, speaking for me. You understand what I'm saying? So my son called him grandpa. You know, and I wouldn't have it no other way. Me personally, I wouldn't have it no way. But that's my relationship. You guys know that I build relationship, and that's one of the things that's one of my strengths. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? And for me, you know what I'm saying, building your village, man, is a difficult thing to do, like B says. You know what I'm saying? About quantitative, whatever, all that stuff, man. That B use those big words. I can't spell those big words. I'm lying, I can spell them big words.
We know.
But it is a way, man, of how we could get to go about that, man. And even the artists, people that's listening today, man, tell us some ways that we could get a village start, man.
Oh, Phyllis
You know what I'm
said
saying?
trust is big, man. Shout out to Phyllis. It's good hearing from you.
Hold on, Phyllis.
Phyllis, we know.
Oh, Big Sis. What's up, Big Sis?
Ooh, the Phyllis Delta Phyllis.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's my girl, man. No, not my girl, Phyllis. Shout out, Phyllis.
She probably
shout out to Big Sis, man. Tell her I said Mike is love.
Yeah.
But you know what? Something else just came to my mind too. So like, there's like that like intimate circle, right? So there's like those people that you trust, those people that you connect with. So like your coach, who just so happens to be Jewish, right? But have a great relationship with that person, right? But like, I think too, man, there's like temporary villages, right? So I'll give you an example. When you go off to college, you're not with your parents no more. You're not with the people that you probably grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Now you're in a totally different environment now. And so that's what happened to me. But
like, check it out though, right?
Yeah.
The geometry, or the geography rather, the geography of a college campus is the temporary village, but the people I identify there,
right,
man, y'all, that's permanent. You know what I'm saying? You know, you, Rue, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, Ike, man, my Sands, we came to college knowing each other, but like, man, we became, you know what I mean, inseparable in that space. I mean, you know, listen, Irvin was just here, for Mother's Day last month. You know what I mean? And hung out with my mom and my family. I mean, this, you know what I mean? You talking about many relationships.
No, I didn't stay with Irv. I stayed with
Duran.
Thank you.
Yeah, me and Duran had an apartment together.
Mm-hmm.
That's my guy, man. He just celebrated his birthday in May as well. You know what I mean? Like you leave.
Happy birthday, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, you leave again. So you leave the geography of a temporary village, but that doesn't make the relationships, you know what I mean, temporary, man. Those listen, that's my kids, man. My kids, they was playing in the backyard with her. Like, oh man, do your thing.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. I hate that we gotta wrap this up, man. It's 9 o'clock and I gotta go hoop at 9:30. But I just want to shout out a couple folks, man, that was on here.
Go get buckets, Juice.
Throwing at the chat. Yeah, I'm about to get a few buckets, man. I just do it to keep my heart going, keep it pumping. You know what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, man, I gotta say, I saw the cardiologist today, man. He was very pleased. Said that my heart valve, man, is pumping the way it's supposed to. I got a nice, strong heartbeat, man. He said he'll see me next year. So, man, God is good,
my brother.
Man. And it was, I went in the car, man. I almost shed a tear, man, because,
God is good.
It was good news, man. But, want to shout out Clarence Shepard, Frat. We appreciate you, man, for being on here as always. I know he's gonna be getting married soon. He's having a child soon as well. So, Clarence, man, we already know you got a nice village, man. That's gonna be around that child. Phyllis, God bless you. So happy that you came on. Thank you for shouting us out. We got Brother Green on here. Good to see you, man.
Yes, sir.
Danger.
Shout out
the funniest man in Row Alpha chapter.
Shout out, man, to the West Coast. We got who else was on here? Bama. Yo, we appreciate you, Bama, getting us started, man, on the chat. Thank you, man. We love you, bro. And who else was on here? And then everybody else that I didn't see. Shout out to you all. We definitely
Yes, sir.
supporting us.
I got a shout out, man.
Mhm.
Today's my Rochester mom, man, Miss Grant. Rachel Grant mom, who's my mom. She out in the country. Happy birthday, Mom. Just want to shout you out, Mama Grant.
Listen, let me shout out, man. I got a few, man. Shout out to all the graduates. You know what I mean? I went to the graduation. I had some youth who I was, who I was fortunate and blessed to provide some education to. And man, I no matter when or where I ever see them youth, man, they will be, man, my kids, man. Shout out to my cousin Maisha. She just graduated from Gates Child Yale alma mater. Kareem, 3-sport athlete, basketball.
Those Spartans.
Basketball. I want to say soccer, and she played flag football this year. She was a quarterback on the flag football team.
Oh, that's dope.
Shout out to my other little cousins, man. My Nisha, and Lil Brian, my cousin Val's daughters and grandson. My got her RN, so she's an RN now. Nisha got her MBA, and Brian is on his way to high school. So, shout out to the man. Shout out to my cousin, man, Randy Miller, man. Listen, he reminds me of my brother.
Hey, shout out the whole Smith family, man. Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Pookie and them.
Yeah, we doing milestones. They all whole family get shout out.
On a milestone. I hear you. I'm messing with you.
Last one, man, is somebody that's super, super special to me, man. Wanda Cooper. She celebrated her obtaining her doctorate, and this is like my sister. You know what I mean? You have no idea how much respect and admiration I have for this woman. Like, she is just, her story is so inspirational.
Yeah, man, it's phenomenal, man.
She's
a warrior, man.
To know her is to love her. She has the heart of gold, and I mean, she just the spirit of a warrior. I mean, she just so big-hearted. So congratulations to Wanda. Shout out to Rod. You know what I mean? The Black Step.
You got one more. You got one more shout out, bro.
Huh?
You got one more.
Yo, well, I got a shout out though.
You got it, Juice.
Hey, I just want to shout out my baby, Miss Chloe Hayes, man, for moving from 5th grade to 6th. She had her moving up ceremony last week, man. And let me tell you, I am super proud, Dad, man.
That's what's up. Chloe.
She has, yeah,
my nephew Legend.
Yeah.
My nephew Legend.
My nephew Legend.
Yes, sir. he graduated. He graduated, man. He's on his way to middle school. Yo, and he going to East High. He ready. He about to play.
Okay. I'm gonna have to call Legend Mom and be like, what happened? Where you going to East? What dude?
Yeah,
you're not going to Edison?
He excited about it, man. He's looking forward to it. I'm excited for him. And my little guy Bryson, man, he's on his way to 3rd grade, and they transition from the school that he goes to is K through 2. So he's on his way to a new building, a new school, new principal.
Go ahead, Bryson.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bryson.
KJ
going to 3rd. That's where our kids in the same grade. Our second kids are in the same grade.
So,
right? KJ going to 3rd.
And
is he playing football this year, man, or he like
listen,
I don't know.
He might just, man. This little dude got a set of wheels on him.
Yo, man, listen, man, come play for the Bruins, man. Come play for the junior Bruins, man. Hey, listen, much respect to the program you with now, man. Come on with us, bro. Come on.
Hey, y'all start talking about football. I ain't done my shout out yet. Y'all two shouting out everybody.
My wife. My wife. I got it.
Hey, that should have been your last one, bro.
I'm trying to get
that's
You
what
gotta get her in. Gotta get her. Hey, get Brandy in too. Go ahead, Kareem.
Too. But now,
ahead.
B, I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna defer it to you.
No. I'm gonna defer to you because after this, there ain't no more shout out from none of y'all. We're gonna
Hey,
walk in.
I want to shout out my wife, Brandy, who started her
My
doctoral
number.
program at University of Kentucky. Man, she's doing her thing right now. So you have two doctors in the making that's in the Hayes household. So
That's
shout out
what's
to
up.
her. And yeah, you got this. We're gonna do this together, and let's keep it rolling, bro.
That's what's up,
Take us
man.
home, baby.
Congrats on my number, man.
Thank you, man.
Tell
Take
my
us
number I
home,
miss it, man.
Tell them that porch light.
I need some dessert. I need some dessert, man. I'm gonna have to come
Oh,
see
y'all
her.
got to turn my porch light on. I'm getting.
Hey, well, listen, man. There's some
like
people, man. Iris Bannister. I haven't seen my mom in a long time. I want to shout her out, man. Mother Bannister, I love you. I miss you. We haven't talked in a minute. So much I had to talk to you about. Shout out to Carla Facey, my big sister. Nothing but love. Toy Walker. My special, Christina Richardson. Nothing but love to you, man. I got to get up with you and talk to you sometime soon too.
Yo, her daughter just got engaged. You see that?
Yeah.
Which one?
China.
Really?
Yeah. China just got engaged.
Congratulations, man. That was my.
Thank you.
That was one of my students at Freedom School. That she fell in love with me, man, at Freedom School, man. That brought it to Rochester. China, congratulations, sweetheart. Shout out to my man Courtney Green, man. Much love, man, and all the people that graduated from the Rock. Nothing but love, man, and Miss P, nothing but love, Miss P. We love you,
Miss P.
That's it. It's all for me, man.
All right, man. Listen, my wife came and scolded me just now, so it's just me working on the doctor right now.
Shout out my little sister Ezra too. I can't hear, but I'm gonna shout you out.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. Much
All right,
love, bros. Everybody, good to see y'all. Peace. Have a good week.